Hey, what's up, YouTube? My name is Batman, and I think that the UAV is overpowered, and I know people are going to roll their eyes at that. Certainly they're going to think that, probably you're going to think that there are bigger fish to fry in Call of Duty in terms of what's overpowered or underpowered or imbalanced, unbalanced. But I think what makes the UAV, I think part of what contributes to its unbalance is that it's so subtle in its power. You know what I mean? For starters, it seems like it's just a low kill streak, right? Because it only takes 2 or 3 kills max to get it. And with a support class, you don't even have to survive the whole time. And secondly, it doesn't kill anything for you, which makes it seem, it's subtle in how OP it is. But you have to look at it from a more pragmatic standpoint. If you can see somebody on the minimap, if you can see their red dot, you know exactly where they are. Or vice versa, they know where you are. They can see your red dot. If you know their position but they don't know yours, and they kill you, in my opinion, you did something wrong, right? You shouldn't, unless you get, swarmed by 6 red dots. Obviously, there are always going to be exceptions to the rule, but let's just say it's, you're in an area of the map and you see the red dot and you go after the red dot. You should be able to kill it. There's not many excuses for getting killed by an opponent when you know exactly where they are and they don't know where you are. Now, this isn't overpowered by itself, right? Figuring out enemy positions is an important part of the game, and I'm not saying that it's a cheap kill streak, but I think the problem with it is that it's used so frequently now, and it's so easy to get, that there will be times, right, where the UAV is up the entire match. Now, if you're using Assassin, obviously you don't notice, right? And I know people bitch at people for using Assassin, but a lot of the time it almost doesn't make sense not to use Assassin, right? Because if you're using something like Blast Shield and the enemy has a UAV up the entire match, what can you do realistically? You can't play offensively, you can't rush, that's for sure. If you are rushing without Assassin on and the enemy has a UAV and you're getting kills, they're doing something wrong. I know people are gonna try and make the argument, they're like, oh no, it's you can outsmart them, but dude, if they know where you are and you're outsmarting them, they're really stupid. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to insult anyone. I know people are gonna get all fired up like, oh, I rush with my Blast Shield when the enemy has a UAV up and I do just fine, and that's great. I'm glad you do, but I don't think it's realistic for people to use something other than Assassin when there are literally, in most games now, a UAV up all the time. Now, it wasn't that way back in Modern Warfare 2. I think Modern Warfare 2, it was one of those rare things that Modern Warfare 2 did right, sort of inadvertently. And certainly Modern Warfare 2 is not a model for anything else in terms of balance. But because, if you use the UAV, you are giving up on a kill streak that killed things. And also, there's the important distinction that you had to get those 3 kills without dying, whereas in this game, you can use the support class and get those 3 kills, or not even 3 kills, just 3 points, and dying is irrelevant. It made it different in Modern Warfare 2 because it wasn't up as frequently. It was just a tad bit harder to obtain, which made it so that it was only up, significantly less than it would be now. And I'm not trying to complain, I'm not trying to whine. I just think, everyone gets angry about Ghost in Black Ops, or they get angry about Assassin in this game. But, to look at it from the other side of the aisle, what sense does it make to use something besides that when the enemy knows where you are at any given moment? It gets frustrating, right? Because the way people use the UAV is, they see your red dot, and if they're not satisfied with their connection or their gun skill, they'll literally just wait in the grass and wait for you to walk by. If they are happy with their connection, maybe they'll jump out in front of you and do a jump drop shot. And it seems like it takes away from the game, and I know why they did it. They did it to make the game a much more fast-paced experience, but it also makes it a bit of a clusterfuck, along with the spawning. And so that's my 2 cents on UAVs. This is Batman, signing out.